question arises, why do we take drugs? What are the reasons for us taking drugs? Why are we resorting today, the young men on the street, young women on the street, why are we resorting to drugs? That's the question that we have to ask ourselves today. Then we have to look at what makes them lead there. And then we have to come up with a solution for society. Today, one of the major reasons for why people are smoking drugs. I'm a 16, 15-year-old studying in school, Loxford Lane, Barking Abbey, wherever it may be. I've grown up at home, my old man beats me up. I get a beating from my old man. My mum doesn't give me the respect I deserve. My sister's on her own flex. My brothers are on their own flex. I ain't too clever in class. I'm studying, I'm trying to work hard. I ain't getting the grades I want. You know, a 16-year-old, as much as you believe, they have far more depression than us guys. Even they get depressed. When he gets depressed, obviously, every man sitting here knows, when you grow up in schools, you are always going to be part of a gang. You're always going to have a few lads who you go and chill out with. A few lads who you link with afterwards in school, outside of school. Lads who you are tight with, you know, the ones you call the boys, the ones who will man your back when no one's there for you. Those boys are the ones that you stick with. They're the mans, they're the G's that I chill with, everything. This individual, 15, 16-year-old, graduates from school, didn't get the GCSEs he wanted. His friends are all smoking weed. All his friends are smoking cannabis. All of them are smoking marijuana. You know, at the age of 15, 16, these mans know how to roll up. They know how to lick. And you're thinking, man alive, this guy is 16 and he knows how to lick a zoot. Where did he learn from? Obviously, the key that comes down to here is society. Who you hang around with. Who's the crowd you chill with. You chill with the bad boys, you're going to be a bad boy. You chill with the good lads, you're going to be a good lad. And it's as simple as that. However, me saying it's as simple as that is fine because I'm on this side of the world. For someone there, he's going to find it difficult. Someone who's on the other side will say, how am I going to move out of this society? Lads I've grown up with all my life. Mans who have promised me they're going to be by my side. If there's ever a fight, I'll always be there for you. Mans who said, listen, you pick up, I'll defend your back, I'm behind you. You know what I'm saying, blood? You know, all these lyrics they will use to keep you in the crew, keep you tight with you. Why? To do a bit of Joey work. It's simple, to do a bit of Joey work. We'll do so much to keep our mans together. This guy grows up, he's 16, never smoked a zoo in his life. One of his lads rolls up. Peer pressure. One of the major issues at that age is peer pressure. The amount we depend on our lads, we depend more on them than we do on our parents. Yet believe me, when crap hits the fan, I'll use polite words, when crap hits the fan, no one's there for you except your family. In the end, there's no one there for you except your family. It's only your family who can help you through the difficult times that you go through. You know, when you go to sleep, does your friend follow you home at night? Does he sit in that bed with you? No, he doesn't. When you need to top up your car and you got no friend, you ring him up and says, listen lad, I ain't got no money, will you top up? He ain't going to top up. He says, I'm in the other side of the world. I'm doing my own thing. In the end, you go down to who? You ring your brother up and your brother says, go on, I'll give you some money. Reality is, your blood is going to be there. Those blood that we think as our blood ain't going to be there. That's the reality of it. They'll never be there. As much as we think that they're the mans, I depend on them, I rely on them, he's going to give me business. If I pick up for him and drop off, he's going to give me business. I'm earning my money. So peer pressure, at the age of 16 today, the amount of lads who are smoking this stuff, and the amount of lads who are dealing this stuff. You see, there's two things to talk about here. There's those who abuse drugs, yani those who smoke, those who get stoned, and there's those who deal drugs. Now we've got drug dealers in society and we've got drug abusers in society. And that's the reality of it. The drug dealers, or the drug abusers, it starts from a very young age for some people. For some lads, they'll hit university and they start smoking. For some lads, even at 30, some even before then, some maybe after then. Everyone has a varied age where they join it. Some people never touch it. Some people have never gone near it. Everyone is in their own position. Everyone has their own. The ones who are in there, question is, how do we get them back out? Those who are suffering from this disease of smoking it, dealing it, being in that crowd, how do we pull them out? The 16-year-old who is there at that moment in time, who is dealing this, you see it on Loxford Lane, you see it on Ilford Lane, you see these lads, you can see someone who's on drugs just by the face. The effects and the symptoms of weed are written on his face. His eyes are bloodshot red, he's got bags under his eyes, his teeth you can see start to go yellow, his reception and his senses don't work as quick. One of the effects of weed, if you read about it, cannabis, the biggest thing that cannabis does to you, it makes you sink back in your chair. In simple terms, it's a soother. It knocks you out. It lets you relax. It doesn't make you. With heroin, it's the opposite. With heroin, it makes you like that, and with cocaine, it makes you like that. It doesn't put you out. There's the difference between the two. I was researching on the internet about this. Now, I don't want anyone afterwards to think that I'm a drug dealer or I'm a drug abuser or anything like that after I've said this. I ain't. I'm not part of this circle. I've never been part of this circle. I know lads who are in this circle, but I'll never go near it, inshallah.
Sure, I believe you.
That's alright. As long as you believe me, then it's good. I was reading about cocaine, and it says it comes from the tropical coca bush that you won't find in, I don't know, Bedfordshire's farms and that. You ain't going to find it in a local farm or tropical coca bush. So it says that it's not physically addictive, cocaine. Usually seen as a white powder, produces physical high. Chronic use may damage nasal membranes and produce effects similar to abuse of amphetamines. It doesn't, the lasting effect of cocaine is not hours upon hours as it is with weed. With weed you can smoke it 45 minutes to an hour, knocks you out, you fall asleep, wake up and you're in a sick mood. A man's got a really bad mood, he's snapping at everyone when he wakes up after smoking a zoo. With cocaine it's something different. It's for those people, the ones who go night clubbing, those people smoke this stuff. Those people inject it. Those people sniff it, snort it. Those people who smoke it. Why? Because it makes your senses, it makes you alert, it makes you want to do things. So this is one effect of it. You deal with cocaine. You deal with heroin. Take heroin for example, what's mentioned about it. It's a natural opiate made from morphine. Morphine is extracted from the opium poppy, like many drugs made from opium, including synthetic opioids. Heroin is a very strong painkiller. Street heroin is sold as brown. It's sold as brown, it's not sold as white. Street heroin is sold as brown, it's sometimes used by clubbers as a chill out after a big night out. Brown is still heroin, but some people mistakenly think it's not an addictive. People use it to get in a zone, to get into that state. This is what people are resorting to, drugs like these that are going to affect him. Peer pressure, one reason for resorting to drugs. Let's go to a middle-aged man. We deal with the youth. The guy's not got much in life. He needs to earn money. He thinks, might as well start dealing. Pick up a bag, drop it off, earn 150 quid. What more do I need? Brand new pair of trainers, and you think, this guy ain't even working. The guy's a bum off the street and that. The guy hasn't ever been to, he failed in school. How the hell has he managed to get a new Nike pair of trainers? And I'm working in JJB's. I'm giving 20 hours and I still can't afford it at the end of the week. Question arises. Youth, look at those youth and think, how is he earning it? This is one thing. They will look at him and they'll think, how is he managed to be wearing clothes that I can never imagine of, my father can't even afford? Question arises. Move up to a different age category. Let's go to someone who is 25 years old, even less than that, 20 years old. He gets married. He's earning a job, earning a living. He applies for the benefits, he ain't earning enough. He's always hanging around with his crew. He's always linking up with them at night, meeting up with them. Windows are steamed out and the back end of a street corner. One lad's gone picked up, the one's rolled up, and the other guys, they're all sharing it out with them. This guy goes there, he doesn't want to smoke it. He's been in there, he's done that. He's thinking in his mind, shall I deal or shall I not deal? Smoking is one issue that, people are suffering from this. Those who smoke cigarettes later leads to bigger stuff like this. But then, he's sitting there and he's thinking, he's depressed in his life. He's got no happiness in his life. And Shaykh Muhammed will talk about the effects of happiness and unhappiness of these things. He's depressed. He can't pay his mortgage off. He just got married. Money went towards his marriage. He's got to provide for his family, got to provide for his children. He's got everything on the plate, on himself. And he sits there in that car thinking to himself, I've got a mortgage to pay off. I've got kids to feed. I've got so much to do in life. And I ain't earning enough money. What is he going to do? Easiest option for him on the street at this moment in time is what? Link up with a gang member, pick up, drop off, and he's done it. He's made his dough for the week. He's earned 150 quid in 5 minutes driving from spot A to spot B. In 5 minutes he's made 150 quid, and in the entire week he's not even achieved that much. And he asks himself, how big a attraction is that for someone who is suffering? Someone who can't pay his mortgage. It's such a huge attraction for him. The guy's going to go to it. He's going to ask for it. He's going to want to go in it.